You brew.
Yo, Matteo.
Ik wil doen one uur Pakistan maar toon dat ik Angelito got zo streamen on de.
Oei, yo, gek.
Dus ik wacht gewoon tot dat ik klaar ben.
Oh, joh. Helemaal fout. Fucking warm in mijn kamer, gek. Oei, joh. Morgen wil ik er testen, niet grinden. Ja, ja. Ik en Aki hebben wel die blauwe set. Dan die paarse set hebben. Gelijk switch naar de volgende karakter.
Ik heb me porno het gekozen en gozer in ready.
Oei, joh, je bent echt ready.
Ho morgen is meegen lost dan on.
Ben je morgen ook wel een?
Ik ga naar Hassan. Subscribe and hit the bell link URL. Live Smite gameplay.
Ga je bij hem slapen morgen? Als je bij hem gaat slapen ben ik wel down voor all nighter. Deze skin is echt lijp. Alleen geen V-Bucks.
Nee, ik gaf reach dag wet dus kan niet brew.
Ah ja.
Ha, ik heb die skin.
Deze skin is volgens mij best rare. Ik zie deze skin nooit in de game. Als ik geld had, zou ik hem wel hebben gehaald. Wallo. Eén MILF Soldier. In Fortnite. Dit is fucking lelijk gek.
Ginger in bread brother sex.
Fuck, kijk die onderkant van die helm. Oh. Kijk goed. What the fuck is dat voor zo'n fout?
Hassens Vaderzoos komt on e nigger on nagayan and ik eat meat why.
Maak foto van de zus. Ja, dit is als hij Paga slaat. Als dan slaat zo Paga aan. Met zijn linkerhand, zo weet je toch?
LOL.
Het kleine lul. Yo, Rainbow Tiger. ...54 dagen. Easy.
19 Clarkomen.
Wat? Ik snap je niet.
Hassens Egeog dat Heej 19x is Clargy Komen. Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL.
Oh ja. Nee, was toch iets met 20 keer of zo? Deze guy is niet goed, jongen. Hij heeft echt een vriendin nodig. 19 keer klaarkomen op een dag, what the fuck, gozer. Dan ben je wel helemaal fout aan het gaan. Stel voor die moed heeft daar 5 keer op één dag betrapt. Gewoon, hij doet 1 keer betrapt. En dat nog 5 keer achter elkaar betrapt. Nou.
Ik zeg eerlijk 1x is al geno egg voor mij want mijn body heeft dan geen zin meer. Want ik wil me dan wijs.
Dan zie je dit vast dan 9, 10 keer man. Oei joh. Het wordt per se. Femke Louise.
Als ik naar me volksdagleiding ga dan zit ik letterlijk met milf salmiden in mijn klas 1921120.
Fix zo'n nummer toch? Stel voor zij woont alleen. Ga je gewoon baard gewoon. Goeie shit. Dan heb je niet zo, net als meer op basisschool gaar. Mensen van 15, 16 en zo. Wonen nog bij hun ouders. Ja, mag bij slapen. Ik moet eerst vragen aan mijn moeder. Dan zie je daar op mbo een mul van 20 jaar. Mag bij slapen? Ja, kom maar, ik woon toch alleen. Goeie shit. Dat zie je deze Jean op zijn 30ste nog steeds single.
Hoi.
Hoi.
Guunin line ik gaja pompen boom jelly geen bed dellen.
Gek. Je ziet die meisje voor het eerst, is 21 jaar.
Emoji happy tears, maar heeft Fortnite.
Hij is raar man. Volgens mij slaat hij, ik weet sowieso, hij heeft sowieso een keer op Pornhub opgezocht Fortnite.
Hi.
100%. 100.000% sowieso.
Laat de locker zien.
Hij heeft dat sowieso een keer gedaan. Ze zijn helemaal pagga slaan op die Fortnite shit.
Locker. Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL.
Ik wil weten wanneer die volgende ding komt. Twitch Prime. Goeie shit.
Martin heeft zieten low kapot jeslichen op.
Ja, jongen, hij is ook. Deze Martijn. Eens kijken, zie je hem zo. Oh, een nieuwe skin. Oh mijn god, die moet ik hebben. Oké, laat me even naar mijn refunds gaan. Oh, laat me iets refunden. Doet hij dat? Oh, gelijk kopen. Eén mogol gozer echt, jongen. En dan als hij geen refunds meer heeft, gelijk e-mail sturen naar Epic. Ja, I bought it
Emoji happy
accidentally.
tears.
Fucking ezel dat hij is. Ik heb het per ongeluk gekocht. Ja, dikke lul, vriend. Dan ziet hij zo. Oh, een nieuwe skin. Laat in dan. Waarom laat niet in? Oké, goed zo. Oh, een nieuwe skin. Boom, gelijk e-mail naar Epic Games. Oh, een nieuwe skin. Weer een e-mail naar Epic Games. Een nieuwe skin. Boom, weer een e-mail naar Epic Games. Zo gaat hij helemaal door. Totdat his account helemaal geband wordt. Gelijk huilen. Zo wordt
Ik was
geband.
tanto bleetoon heej siege dat heej geen oblivion jing kopen want ik wil niet dezel vals hem hebben.
Ik wil zijn locker zien. Deze guy.
Emoji happy tears.
Ik wil echt weten hoeveel skins deze guy heeft. Martijn. Hij heeft sowieso maar 10 skins of zo. Oké, en een battle pass natuurlijk. Kijk, welke skins heb ik allemaal gekocht? Ik heb deze gekocht, deze gekocht, deze gekocht, 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 gekocht. Ja, dit is ook een soort van gekocht. Twitch Prime gekocht. Gratis. Gekocht. Gekocht. Yes. Dan zie je deze Martijn. Alleen de Battle Pass skins. Niks anders. Geen naar Martijnse kleiders. Zie je bij hem. Even kijken. Zie je bij hem. Alleen die van als je wint.
Gergai wie zeggen koop SDW heej zeg nee het is niet voor each days jean zeg dik have die psck warik 2 free game copies have marted jello pay.
Snap je? Iedereen zegt koop Save the World. Hoor je hem? Nee. Echt een mogol hij. Gelijk Zhang free code, hij wil dan gelijk. Hij is echt de grootste kontlik van Zhang, ik zweer. Geen Tony. Echt een mogol. Zie je, hoor je Zhang zo. Ik heb 2 gratis codes. Hey Zhang bro, mag ik een code? Hey Zhang bro. Fucking ezel. "15 seconds.
Ik wil echt die pack kopen warik nocturnu van Krieg. Emoji happy tears.
Als die ding heel lang nog blijft, dan zou ik hem misschien nog kunnen halen. Ik zeg je eerlijk. Oh, gare shit. What the fuck is that? Battlehound. Die Battlehound. Nice. Silver Fang. Dit ding is fucking lelijk. Nice. Fucking ugly.
SDW brother.
Ah, we gaan even snel eens kijken.
Gear shop.
Zeker zijn. Oh ja, deze wilde ik ook halen. Door ik mag ook enige V-Bucks. Oké, deze guy. Hij pijpt zichzelf.
Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL.
Deze is mooi. Nou, hij is op zich wel oké. Save the world. Oh, oh shit. 304 bucks, let's go boy. That's what I like. Oh yeah.
Reach Pitada.
Beetje geeft goede shit aan mij. Ja, ja.
Oh yeah, breaking it in. Oh yeah, you got the
goods. Fucking bullshit. Oh my god, this is the best gun. Oh my god. Six days. Oh shit. Oh. Waarom is dit sold out? Ik heb dit shit nog nooit gekocht. Nice one. Sold out. I never touched that dumb shit.
Knock 400 tickets.
Ja.
Ho ik ga die jello kalen.
Pam, 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 pam. Kijk, ik heb deze vandaag gekregen. World Dynamo. Mijn hond snurkt, nice.
teamwork.
Oh yo, ik schrok me doodgek. Fucking God is your favor, ik schrok me tyfus. Holy shit. Tering onder me man, oh yo, 1 hartpijn.
Ik dodge die inbreker in je huis.
Oh yo, ik hoorde dat gelijk. Oh yo man. 1 hartverzakking gelijk.
All for one.
Ja, vieze hoer, hoe moet je dat zeggen? Ik schrok bijna. Hij had me bijna, een domme keg. Even kijken, nee, collection book, ja. Who the fuck's this? Waar wil ik heen gaan? En hier. Ik zit
Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL.
ik wil deze zo graag gek. Fucking smasher en troll. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Oh, 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 oh.
Kan je zo op niet nax gaan.
Ah, ik ga zo ver gaan. Even kijken, hoeveel tickets? 400. Oh, de fuck kan ik snel 400 krijgen? Niet. Complete challenge 1 en assist 64. 250. Lead side. Side.
X weirdo.
Wat doe wat? Hoe 50 feedbacks, straks nog één missie doen. Nog één 100 feedbacks. Deze twee wel. Complete for Storm Shield Defense. Moet ik nog eentje doen? Oh, 2 pagina's verder. Maar hier krijg je ook 100 van.
4-6 fight the horde.
Dan heb ik 200, dan heb ik 500. Hier. 46 zone. Challenge 1. Wat is deze? Oh shit, ik krijg een paarse dier van. Let's go. Fucking erg underpowered, maar oké. I need guns. I need... Oké, laat maar.
Do 11.
Oh, mijn hond snurkt. Nice.
Get that ammo.
Select the difficulty level for your team. The horde awaits.
Kijk, joh, fucking zus gozer. Bro. Dat is 1.
Leave.
Kuba, motherfucker. Pam. Param. Pam 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 pam.
Demoletti no live team vinden.
Dan weet ik als er no live zijn. Rot, hè. We zijn zeker boven. Lego. Een dikke caddy.
Level for your team. The horde awaits.
B3-1, B3-1. Oh shit. B3-1.
Stand by for an important weather alert.
Welke heb ik gedaan? Hoe kan ik zien welke ze heeft gedaan? Nee, dit is challenge 2. Ga, lik mij lul, gozer. Wat moet ik doen, Matteo?
Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL.
What do I have to do? Dus challenge 2 en niet 1. Tel dat dan nog steeds mee, denk je?
Leave. Nee. Jolle.
Wat? Moet ik Livia of nee?
Nee.
Wat is dat weer?
Leave.
Blijf.
Leave. Leave.
Blijf. School. Wat we een goeie kunnen hebben. Ja, ik heb voor shit. Dus shit even zacht.
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
Oh, hij heeft die robot launcher. Ik ook die schematic.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
Let's see.
Wave start.
Ja, die gaat volgens mij niks doen. Yo, helemaal bad trip.
Just made the world safer.
Watsuja goen alsta vibes jean logeerd anja word walked anja bento pien bedenchik on jean world magic roman walk aja goen on Metsui.
En je bent bezig met chicken sandwich. Just zwemmen. Wat ga ik doen? Gelijk zijn kanker in de nek breken, vriend.
Getting reports that your fort has uninvited guests. Go 86 up.
Gelijk één klap tegen zijn rug aan. Wat zou je doen als Hassan tegen jou zegt dat hij homo is en jou leuk vindt? Wat zou je doen? I wanna know. What would you do? Ik hoop dat ze Gravedigger terug gaan brengen met de Halloween weer. Ik hoop het echt. Ik hoop, die gun zit er zo fucking mooi uit.
Stand by for an important weather alert.
Ik zal zich Hughes verlaten on second we plien vrienden maar als te wat probeer dan sturig den arte varken stal op den een zodetje.
Oei, heel gek. Helemaal fout.
Wave incoming. 1 minute.
Ik kan van zout. Ja, deze beest is wel lauw. Alleen nog meer traps onder en dan is het helemaal goed.
Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL. Keech Jamat Gaze each Marja got Nix Prober and Med
Wave
Meech
incoming.
Gozer.
30 seconds.
Mag je zeggen, maar je gaat niks proberen. En dat is gewoon waar. Als je gay bent, mij boeit niet. Als je overdreven gay bent, boeit me misschien een klein beetje. Maar als je gay bent en mij probeert aan te raken, wil je gelijk gelijk één uppercut tegen je onderkin, vriend. Hoe je joh, helemaal fout.
Sorry.
Gelijk helemaal defense alles.
Fort's taken on hot.
I like it. Clear him out.
Let's go. Bij Matteo 17 augustus ga ik ook op vakantie. Ik heb die Jean gezegd om voor mij elke dag in te loggen. Maar wil je dan voor mij gewoon voor zekerheid kijken of hij dat echt heeft gedaan? Because I don't want to lose my daily rewards. I wanna go op dezelfde dag. I don't wanna skip a day.
Dit is Niji Brian Jadikot wanneer mensen niet John Raven Jamag Maralinde scooters. SWS.
Kijk, als meisjes mij aanraken, helemaal goeie. Jongens mij aanraken, gelijk helemaal uithalen. Meisjes mij aanraken, weet je toch? Goeie shit, goeie shit.
Each benen SWS ik wife jello meet diku it all see that will.
Stand by for an important weather alert.
Meiden.
Deze mensen zijn tandbeest. Oeh. Deze bescherming, dat is toch een Outlander? Weet je wat, ik ga eerst mijn, hoe heet dat? Mijn Soldier en mijn Outlander ga ik helemaal upgraden als eerste. Daarna Constructor. En dan op het einde Ninja. Ik ga gewoon alleen van één doen. Ik ga niet verschillende dingen gebruiken. Fuck dat.
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Ella masala. Ik heb echt meer schematic XP nodig. Serieus. Sorry.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
Can't.
Wave start.
Wat de fuck heb ik gedaan?
Here they come!
Hey, our fort's getting beat up.
Each nearby we dedden voor der aan en siege tegen niet nijp in haar kant on dit gap nijin gedakt van maggot genuken one siege. Subscribe and hit that bell link URL.
Weet dat je daar met iemand zo zei tegen mij. Knijp in haar kont. En dit gaf mij een gedachte. Gedachte van, mag ik je... Want zij zei, ik vind het niet erg als jij het doet. Maar ze had al. Wat bedoel je, ze had al? Ze had al vriendje. Dat is helemaal fout.
Yes.
Kijk, wat de fuck is dat? Je hebt een vriendje, maar je laat mensen jouw kont knijpen. Wat de fuck ben je dan voor vriendin?
Falsehood.
Als mijn vriendin mensen naar kont laat knijpen, hoor je ook gelijk uit. Fuck jou dan, gozer. Als één iemand mijn vriendin haar kont knijpt, gelijk één vuist in die kanker van hem.
Yasmich was in on
Dat
that tour.
is wel zo. Ja. Gare mensen.
We just built that.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, Sado.
Fuck. What the fuck is dat? Oh shit. Dat zeker van plaatsen of niet? Die gekleurde dingen.
Hazards each dat dynamite war it head net overhead, dat each sex met hard head.
Oh. Hij is echt gaar een moslim. Moslim toch? De grote haram moslim.
Yo Joe Johnny.
Dat ding collect gewoon shit zo lang.
No one is impressed by you. Hey, cat!
Each sex met dynac.
La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Pijama zijn er zijn la.
Sorry. You're gonna hate this.
Never sit between a lady and
Fucking teugen. Zijn nek is helemaal scheef.
Fort's under attack.
Ik wil wel een beter gun maken. Nope.
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
Ik heb dat nodig. Fuck.
Geech leech me 18 player gozer guuling sex jello zoken verin and mocked.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
Mijn beest is nog niet eens geweest.
Wave start.
Nice.
And a fight. I'm under attack.
Subscribe and hit the bell link URL.
Man, that hurt. Ow.
Why denk je dat ik kostuum vind en kreeg van ons group team, Marta G. Thick, Geech, Hassan, Aki.
We're taking damage, guys.
Wat? Oh, wacht. Wie denk je dat als laatste een verdiening krijgt? Ik denk of, even kijken. Of Martijn, of Jean, of Hassan. Nee, ik denk Martijn of Hassan. Jean kan nog wel, alleen hij durft nog niet echt te praten met meisjes. Deze Hassan, weet ik niet. Deze Martijn is gewoon fucking lelijk. Ik denk sowieso, jij, Aki en ik gaan een van de eerste worden met vriendin.
Emoji happy tears, emoji happy tears, emoji happy tears, emoji happy tears, emoji happy tears.
Wat is
Cut Angelito.
Wat heb ik gezegd?
Martin is fucking lelijk der jingik stuck. Can you go to the shop?
You can.
No.
How you say it? You can just go.
Sorry.
Wat? Hoe de fuck zeg je dat?
Wave incoming.
Je kan. Zegt, ik weet niet, ik ben helemaal vergeten hoe je dat in Engels zegt. Terugspoelen. Oh ja. You can rewind the video. Just go back and you will see the shop.
Haha NL.
Oh, ik ben Nederlands.
Wave strike.
Makkelijker voor mij dan. In de shop zitten die bedhouds in de shop. Met die bruine gozer met die zonneshirt met kogels. Hun zijn in de shop en die
Got a rug in this stream.
Trouble at our fort.
en die eagle emote en nog een emote die ik ben vergeten. Best gratis in de shop.
Oh thanks man.
No problem.
It's the margin in auto teach nasty steel thing.
Gozer.
Subscribe and hit the bell link URL.
Ik zei Martijn op de auto te kijken. Oei joh. Yo, die is helemaal fout. Oei joh.
Stay in the fight.
Sorry, can't. No. Sorry, can't. You're gonna hate this!
Hey, it was Bandit Mullet Jing Slave and on 6 who are on it having rare dream.
Stop om 6 uur.
Nope.
Oh, vandaar dat je offline ging. Wat heb je gedroomd?
Honestly, niet gozer.
Gelukkig. Zeg maar wat je hebt gefilmd. I'm curious.
It's on.
Storm's getting rowdy.
How'd you like that, fatty?
Grenade!
Wat? Waar is mijn base?
Ik word waker in dan hieron bekend kamer on ik ziaki Fortnite spelen heech zegt yo bros onder narmich heech kanon opings ben ik buten.
Ik heb geen idee wat die vrouw heeft gezegd, dus ik lees het zo. Deze vrouw moet echt leren alle talen, man.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
Even wachten. Godverdomme.
Wave start.
Mark on enemies. Even kijken wat ze zijn. Ik werd wakker in een donkere, onbekende kamer en ik zie Aki Fortnite spelen. Zag yo bro zonder naar mij te kijken en opeens ben ik buiten en zie iemand. Oké, dat is fucking erg voor ze.
On.
Oh fuck.
Be brave, little fort.
Zo.
Subscribe and hit that bell link URL.
Nee, enge droomgek. Weet je wat ik een keer had? Ik deed een keer mijn ogen dicht. Je weet toch als je ogen dicht als je moe bent. Dan soms kan je dingen zien opeens. Bijvoorbeeld een gezicht of zo van iets wat je al eerder hebt gezien of zo. Ik deed dat een keer. Ik was moe, ik deed mijn ogen even dicht. Opeens ik zag een halve gezicht van Momo. Ik werd wakker, weer helemaal bang gek. Ik zweer. Ik had één bedtrip. Ik
Het
ging
first
helemaal
band
fout.
eerst verdieping springen liedjen pavel voor Iron and diamant die helpen aan opings voor die het reweg on
Het
de
first
jump
van de
scares.
eerste verdieping springen. Mijn pa belt iemand om die man te helpen en opeens was iedereen weg en werd ik gejumpscared door een gezicht van een een zwarte wolk. Ik heb echt een hekel aan jumpscares, echt wel.
Als ik dat kreeg dan doe ik niet meer willen slaan.
Als ik dat kreeg, dan zou ik het niet meer slaan.
Shop.
shit.
Echt zwart goeie ging giezig ging land ging fledding ging low ging teken mix.
What the fuck? King XD, are you Dutch or English? Tell me.
Stand by for an important weather alert. Wave incoming. 3 seconds.
Water enemies. Oké dan. Oh, stond die shit aanzetten.
Oh ja one jar gelatin was er in room warwick bad trip opting.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
En erg geleden was er een droom waar ik best... Hoezo?
Wave start.
Wat deed je? Wat zag je?
Ammo stash. You're gonna hate this. Sorry.
The fort is falling.
I admire your enthusiasm. Not possible.
Never get between a lady and her tool.
Oh fuck.
Sorry.
Dus terug.
You serious?
Subscribe and hit the bell link URL. In PS3 Bacon Jinnikon Hassen Nederlanders u het Sheldon honor was in Grove van en el die reach helemaal onder Deco es Patty maar days ex warly.
Not possible. Grenade!
The fuck? Oh, dat zei.
Our fort's under attack.
Have some shrapnel! Sorry.
Ik wil ook die aircraft. Die aircraft is echt fucking vet gozer.
Antoon had ik jolly niet ontmoet on het speelde alleen op PS4 omdat Hassen met zich medies speelde on de eind van die droom had ik let ellie.
Dit hebben we easy, gozer.
Stand by for an important weather alert.
Widogen doet stil naar met kiech kanter which lion dint vert on quaim rennen.
Witte
Tanto
ogen,
eng.
doodstil, maar... Nou, te kijken. Oh mijn god, gozer, wat de fuck droom je allemaal?
No. How about...
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
Sorry, can't.
Wave incoming. 10
Meech
seconds.
Brian is goon fucking fris.
Can't and won't.
Wave start.
Can't and won't. Oh fuck, wat is het geluid? Oh nee, ja.
You sure about this?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Alright.
Ik heb geen goede kans om het te snappen. Oké.
Killed ya.
Our force inhibitor.
Wat?
What is jou to en stan rowers 3?
Wat is jouw... Ah, dat is echt lang geleden. Ik weet die drone nog precies goed. Oh, is even mijn geluid zachter. Kijk, mijn engste droom was... Tenminste, ik weet niet waarom ik het eng vind, maar... Oh, ik zeg zo. Dan is het helemaal fout gaan met deze ding. Het is lag. Wat nou, ik kan echt heel veel zien.
Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL.
Hey, dying?
No.
Deze kan je nooit dood of zo.
Sorry.
Oh god, eindelijk.
Aerial assault!
Oh, hier tik maar niet weg. Oké, mijn engste droom was... Nou, het is niet echt zo eng, maar... Het is fucked up raar. Ik weet ook niet. Kijk, zo... Ik word wakker ergens. Maar ik word wakker als een baby, je weet toch? Ik ben nog een baby. En dus ik word zo wakker. Ik kijk rond. Ik zie op die bed. Ik lig naast één pop. En ik kijk goed door de hele kamer. Ik zie echt wat ik zie, man. Ik zie gewoon precies voor me, hè, wat ik had gedaan. Dus ik zie poppen op de muur. Het is een beetje het is echt fucking donker. Leek op een kasteel.
No, sir.
En dan... Ja, ik weet niet. Het is vaag. Ik weet ook niet, ik vond het altijd eng. En er was nog iets wat ik echt ook helemaal niet kan uitleggen. Wat ook fucking raar is. Iets met iets groots en iets kleins. En iets met ademhaling of zo. Ik weet echt hoe ik de shit uitleg. Heel vaag. Soms droom ik echt de raarste shit.
Aerial assault!
Soms, ik zeg jou eerlijk. Soms droom ik dat ik gewoon één meisje neuk. Dat is fucking grappig, jongen.
You're gonna hate this! Grenade!
Nope.
WTF.
Ja, ik weet ook niet. Dat waren een van mijn meest vage dromen. Slash eng.
Second win. Storm Ghost!
One after another.
Ja.
Circling the drain. Yeah! Oh. Back on top.
Nice. Easy.
Dat had ik ook nexik nuki mijdik denk dit is fucking lekker wordik walker on ik zenut in meechen broke maar dat was voor jar gelden. Emoji happy tears.
Ik hoop snel dat mijn internet beter wordt. Dan ga ik met mijn capture card live. Dat alles goed HD is. Als ik van account moet switchen dan op dat moment. Dan kan ik gewoon blijven streamen, je weet toch. Dat is veel makkelijker. Dan als ik... Oké, nu ga ik homescreen. Maar jullie kunnen dat niet zien. En met capture card wel. Dat is al goede shit. Oké, geef me mijn tickets. Bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a giveaway. Hashtag clickbait. I'm no scammer. 7, oké dan. Heel boeiend. Complete. Gewoon yes. Hoe laat is het? 2:50.
Not 4 missies voor die 200 tickets.
Nog 4 missies voor 200 tickets. Oeh, 80. Even kijken hoeveel shit heb ik. Oh, ik heb 937 tickets. Ik hoef gewoon 100 tickets nog. Haha, let's get it. Melee combat, building, range combat. Ik heb 6. Deze.
Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL.
Core.
Odo missie voor 50 tickies.
En
Of opening llama.
als ik 50 tickets doe, dan moet ik nog iets van een stuk of 20 geloof ik. Nou, makkelijk. Gewoon 2 keer die van de laagste. Increase backpack size, ja sure, why not. Sniper hoef ik niet, gebruik nooit. Upgrade storm shield, storage vault, dat gebruik ik nog niet. Wat is dit? Tech, dat doe ik nog niet. Wat is dit? Outlander, ja die heb ik nodig. En deze. En that's it. Gaan we hier. Hoezo kan ik het niet? Ik heb 1, maar challenge door de tier 3 rank af. Hoezo kan ik niet halen? Do you know Matteo? I don't cannot. Oeh. Die. Oké. Challenges. 10 missies. Oké. Woorden. Pakken we eentje van goeie. En doe gewoon deze, joh.
MCH Moedje Eerst Diander Skilthies AF Heaven.
Ja, kan ook. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bam, bam, bam. Dun, 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 dun. The fuck? Nog één iemand. Komt er nog iemand bij of wat? Ja, vader. Gaan we naar... Of ik doe deze nog een keer. Nou, fuck it, we doen het gewoon nog een keer. Scheid. Don't give a fuck. Ik krijg nog zo'n ding. 80 tickets en dat is genoeg. Want ik hoef er maar 43... Nee. 63. Dan kan ik gelijk zo'n exotic, hoor mij dan, een legendary hero kiezen.
Toen ik mijn diploma kreeg op school, toen lieten ze een foto zien van de eerstaansige een preek over de hoevenik likupien baby.
Kom op, wat goede mensen zijn. 73. En eentje van... Ja, let's go. Wil je een foto van mij zien? Van mijn schoolpas toen ik in de eerste zat. Ja. Mensen zeggen ik lijk op een Justin Bieber. Ik had fucking lang haar toen.
Level for your team. The horde awaits. Stand by for an important weather alert.
Fucking ezel zijn. Oké. 1, 2, 3, 4. Van wie is dit?
Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL.
Fuck
Show.
Ja, ik ga het zien naar deze ding. Oké, er is iemand bij. 78, 51, 40.
Leave.
Ja. Moet ik liever? Eentje 78, eentje 51, 40 en ik 45. En deze ding is 46, geloof ik.
Laat maar.
Dus ik moet blijven.
Wave incoming. 1 minute.
Oké, dus schaduwbeest.
Ja lief.
Ja, moet ik liever?
A little building.
Ziegen maar two guys die stirp geno exigen.
Ah,
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
Ja.
zo zielig voor hem. Maar ja, boeien. Straks als ik klaar ben met streamen, naar jouw account, jouw lama pakken. En daarna lekker Orange is the New Black kijken. Dat is één gozer. Ja, maar 40. Oh shit, die ziet er nice uit. Nog één iemand. Oh yes, daar ben je. Hoeveel ben jij? Oh, goeie shit.
Morgan Lodekin photo van niet zien in basis school in group 8.
Hij is goed.
Select the difficulty level for your team. The horde awaits.
Challenge 2 doen.
Stand by
Exit
for
off
an
it.
important weather alert.
Kijk, deze is 52. Oké, de andere mensen spannen in. What the fuck is dit? Ah, er staat niet eens wat.
Ammo.
Ik denk echt, ik ga liever. What the fuck is dit, gozer?
Wave incoming. 1 minute.
Tara. Ik ga dit zo hard lieven. Goodbye.
Fuck hem leave.
Goodbye. Zo, dan koop je nu per ongeluk deze, gelijk zelfmoord. Give me some good people, god damn. 6 minutes. Dat is wel 40. Oh ja, dat is de fucking zus. Nee. We gaan de horde 10 doen. Wat fuck is dit? Nee. Godverdomme. Ja. Oh, helemaal glitch. Deze map is helemaal glitch gaan. Oké, wat zijn deze mensen? 41, 54, 60.
Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL.
Laten we kijken. Ik ga het gewoon met hun proberen. Fuck it.
Stand by for an important weather alert.
Challenge 1. Doei. Ik moet challenge 2 doen. Zo kun je mezelf terug horen. Mijn stem is
Level
fucking
46 is
sexy.
all moly kick will I am and seen die 7-8 challenge 5 seen doen.
Wat Bam, bam. Er zijn al mensen die dit helemaal hebben uitgespeeld, denk je. Sowieso wel. Sowieso die mensen van 1.30. Dit is dan goed. Bam. Dat wacht op nog iemand. Oh shit, deze is
The
goeie.
week wanneer Jolene ben anja denkt overhead leven.
Ja. Ik zat nog laatst te denken. Ik zag een filmpje van X. En
Stand by for an important
ik zat
weather
gewoon echt
alert.
heel diep te denken van... Gewoon van, hij is er gewoon niet meer. Terwijl je filmpjes ziet van dat hij gewoon beweegt en zo.
A nice bit of
Rapt.
kit.
Dat is best fucked up. Maar ja. Die andere mag ook inspannen. Hallo.
Ik dodge die next ben wat zu urgeburt zich als hassen niet meek was on ik speelde meg het botu, dat betekent dat ik je niet had on moed.
Oké, weet je wat dat was? Wat ook kan gebeuren? Als Shang zijn Xbox 360 het nooit... Als hij het gewoon deed, zijn 360... Had hij jullie ook nooit ontmoet. Want door mij had hij een 360 gehad, want ik had eentje. Maar die van hem deed het niet. Dus had hij een PlayStation gehaald. En toen met PS4. Eigenlijk een PS4 halen. Ik zat nog denken om een Xbox One te halen. Maar Shang had mij overgehad voor PS4. En ja, nu zit ik op PS4.
On dan had ik jolly niet on moed.
Ja, dit is toch lang. Fuck dat, gozer. Nee, waarom launch ik het dan? God. Ik ga gewoon 2 keer van die groen doen. Van 9 €.
Select the difficulty level for your team. The horde awaits.
Het is fucking warm. Ik haat zomer echt. Het enige wat goed is aan zomer, dat je gekke meisjes ziet op Snapchat die je kent in bikini. En dat is het enige goede. Ik heb liever winter, man.
Hozu het leven voor jolly ziegen zonder ons ik weet dat nieten garzu ziegen. Subscribe and hit that bell link URL.
Voor mij zou ook gaar zijn. Volgens mij, als jullie nooit hadden gekend, hadden volgens mij ook nooit Destiny gespeeld. Want Shang is Destiny begonnen door jullie, als het goed is. En ik ben begonnen door hem. Ik zou alleen maar GTA spelen of Black Ops, weet je toch? Ik kreeg 60 van. Ja, doe maar.
Jinzu Destiny Kriegen van ziegen la Marzij gaf hem niet dus ik gaf hem D1 on ik kocht jello gal DLC's.
Je dus niet kregen van zijn ma, maar zij gaf. Dus ik gaf hem dus en hij kocht. Maar heb je het voor hem gewoon even hij heeft jou overgedownload? grappig is. Ik ging een keer met mijn moeder naar de Bardsmith zo. Ik zag daar Destiny staan. Ik zag een normale versie. En dan nog eentje met DLC's. En die had korting. Het was maar misschien 5 euro verschil van een normale Destiny. Dus ik dacht, oh shit, laat ik het gewoon kopen en proberen, je weet toch? Ik zo naar Shang appen. Kijk, ik heb deze gehad. Hij zei tegen mij, je hebt goede gehad. Als je de normale versie had, moest je nog alle DLC's kopen.
Ik had die one al maar was een deal van die one met al DLC's dus ik gaf me uit on Jean.
Stand by for an important weather alert.
Ah. Dit is mijn base.
Wave incoming. 1 minute.
What's up, bitch? En al die tijd dat ik heel dat zat te zoeken, had ik gewoon eentje al kunnen completen, besef.
Jean on ik Jinjin grinden elk dag.
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
Exotic Farms.
We moeten weer een keer Minecraft gaan spelen. Onze stad verder afbouwen.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
Fucking jood dat je bent.
Wave start.
Ja. Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL.
No one is impressed by you. Get that ammo. Woo! Let's go.
Let's go.
Ninja power. Not possible. Sorry, can't. Nope. I like it. Ow. Heal, B. Ain't got no moves. Ooh, watch this.
We're taking damage, guys.
Woo! Sorry, can't. Hold this! Stand and fight! Husk!
Kijk, wat is weer shitbase.
Wave
Tonik
incoming.
jing na
1 minute.
denken hoik jou tu on aki het on moed mostik lak en want jolly word en get forcier in hassen on meegen gizik door geen on dad.
Come on, man.
Hmm.
You up and then work you
Cool
on the
gehoord.
dance floor. The dance floor is my the beat is my mojo. To battle.
Wave incoming. 30 seconds. Wave incoming. 10 seconds. Wave start.
Watch it.
Ik weet nog wel, wel volgens mij nooit Kingsfall gecomplete, hè. Echt nog nooit. Mijn eerste keer Kingsfall complete was met toen met team aan.
Storm's getting rowdy.
Die kan je zo goed in uitleggen van de shit. Ook met die tweede raid van nu. Hij heeft 1 keer alles goed uitgelegd. Hoe het gingen doen en zo.
Tigo on it
Met
where
taken.
bra eager brothers for days we speelde maxamen crucible on botu on keech hem nu. Joel.
Tigo is een goede vriend.
Het deed well lang maar we hadn't gedaan.
Yo, we don't just practice martial arts. The moves of a master, baby. Woo! Hey, throw me out. I'm a big sweet A to the boxy. Here we go. All right, upright. Let's see what you got, man.
Subscribe and hit that bell link URL.
Stand by for an important weather alert.
If die meegen raids al ticht medin gozer geen on t mango wadin baz was heej as well 2-3 jar mar nog steeds g.
Ik dacht dat het Team Mango was. In plaats van Team Mango. Ik wist nog toen Shang de facts kreeg en je helemaal
Wave
salty
incoming.
aan werd.
1 minute.
Omdat hij niet had verteld.
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
Ready for
Wave incoming. 10 seconds. Wave start.
break it down, dragon style. I got moves like
your
this.
enthusiasm. I don't know, but I've been told something
whatever, I'm great.
Fort's taken on Husk.
They've got me surrounded. That's right.
Ja VA's Rickgekte in Extreden waarom heet de vex wat is dat ik ziet dat ding bra eager op was maar nu bed go edis.
Well, control. Husk.
Als Jeej to reach be which have dan moten weeding exeen road trip doen also.
Sorry, can't. No. My style is still. My form is deadly. Roll up to the club and defeat my enemies. Blam! Yeah! Ka! Yo, Beach 382 with the Roxy. Here we go. All right, upright. I'm under attack! Kid.
Waarom denk je dat?
Stay in the fight.
Too easy.
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
Yo, we don't just practice martial arts. The moves of a master, baby. Woo!
Wave start.
Stand and fight. Creeps. Hey, help me out. Ta!
Jess reached Meejing Persoon van als Heejing Briden het dan zu Heej nog steeds Fortnite spelen als Siege kom we gan naar buiten.
Husk spotted. Ammo stash.
Hij is een... Nou, hij lijkt me iemand die dat gewoon doet.
For the fort. Watch the wall.
Jouw dikke moeder.
Have some shrapnel.
Want kan je uit een birthday lama
Wave incoming.
2 gouden survivors krijgen, denk je?
Nope.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds. Wave start.
Aline 1 brew.
Alleen, fuck. Jammer. Is het 100% zeker dat je die gratis lama's nog krijgt? Of was het 3 of zo?
Sorry, can't. Not possible. Incoming! Earth Scorcher!
Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL. Jouwerstand dat ze nog birthday lama zouden geven voordat de event eindigt.
Nee. Piet geeft gewoon 5 of zo, weet je. Gewoon instant 5. Wat is eigenlijk het verschil tussen een Nocturno en een normale versie, zo'n Scar of zoiets? Hoe dat ook heet. Of er is nog zoiets met een Simbra of zo, iets met C, S. Geen idee hoe die shit heet.
Getting reports that your fort has uninvited guests. Go 86 them.
I'll have geen idee.
Waarom een scheet laat de vriend? Een dik scheet.
Stand by for an important weather alert.
Knock up.
Dat is wel slim. De enemies komen zo, moeten ze dit nog kapot maken. Ik zou hier nog een trap kunnen zetten en nog een muur.
We jo watcha in x moed luisteren.
Waar moet ik luisteren?
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
Ik heb 3 kijkers. En jij?
Jakij tog fits.
En nog 2. Fits. Wat dat ook weer? En weet hem al, de weg kwijt. Fits.
Wave incoming.
Kom mij bekend
10
voor.
seconds.
Stand and fight.
Wave start.
Clear him out.
Go op Spotify on Zogop Misfits the Poland story die is fucking graphic die guys die the fish rap D.
De fish rap. Ah, ik ga kijken.
Husk spotted! Sorry, can't.
Besef, na deze moet ik gewoon nog letterlijk 3 tickets. Gewoon 3.
Dragon slash! Woo!
Jamoed head live Lusterin.
Hoe bedoel je gewoon op live nu?
Smasher! Let's get that smasher!
Ik wil je reactie horen.
Ah, is goed.
Zed head is not de telly.
Stuur link via chat. Dan kan ik gelijk klikken op mijn telefoon. Als je link hebt dan.
I'm under attack!
Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL. Ik ga niet slapen ik heb van 6 tot 9 geslapen.
Ik zou ook niet kunnen slapen.
sec.
You're gonna hate this! Woo! No.
URL.
Smasher! Smasher spotted! Grenade!
Hey, our fort's getting beat up.
Boom.
Ah, kijk zo. Ah, kijk nu al. Deze hond is toch bijna klaar. Ja, ik heb zoveel moeite.
Bullets!
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
Deze waves doen altijd
Zet
zo
hem
lang.
op.
Hij is aan het laden. Nou, wat de fuck laat hij niet?
Wave
Yo.
incoming. 10 seconds.
Pam, para, pam. Ik moet plassen.
Wave start.
Ready for action. Enemy down. Husk.
Oh, ik zoek het zelf wel, want ik kan die dingen nog niet inladen. Het heet Misfits, The Poland Story, oké. Search Misfits.
Our fort's under attack.
Hey, help me out.
Hij kan hem niet vinden.
Back off. Last chance. Sorry. Hey, catch!
Meet up Spotify.
Sorry, can't.
Right on. Ik kom niet vinden op Spotify.
They got me surrounded. Get that ammo.
SoundCloud, emoji happy tears, Xtor link.
Ah.
Nope. Hey, help me out. Oh.
Hey, we just built that.
Not possible. Up! I'm under attack! They've got me surrounded.
Stand by for an important weather alert.
Subscribe and hit that bell wink
Let's get going.
URL.
Alright, laten we kijken.
Wave incoming.
Right,
30
ready for
seconds.
clap? 3, 2, 1. Right, good work.
Perfect. Okay,
Right,
good.
easy.
Alright, best try.
Yeah.
Here we
We're
go.
so
First
talented.
try. Yeah, crazy. I'm autistic.
Oh, Fits van YouTube. Ja, ik weet al wie dat is. Ja, ik weet al.
Am I doing the intro again, or are we changing it up every time?
Hij is fucking
No,
grappig.
I got it. Welcome back to the Misfits podcast. I'm your host, Swagger Souls. You're not the host. What the fuck? What's going on here? What's going on here? If these fucking retards didn't cut me off, I would have said that everybody else is the host as well. Okay?
Head goes running on 4 min.
Alright, go on. That's a joke, you numb asshole. Hi, welcome to the Misfits podcast. It's your boy, Swagger Souls Fitz. I'm notorious John on the radio.
Tot waar stuurt één even hoorde.
Trouble at our fort.
Fitz, you just fucking do it, okay? You suck, dude. You suck.
Help is low!
I threw my water bottle on the ground and it just exploded. Give me a minute. He said he wants to do it. You want to try it, Toby?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
What happened?
The name Misfits has never been
How'd you
considered.
get it on the wall? I threw it on the ground and it exploded. I'm grabbing a towel.
I'm down.
Okay?
Help!
We're recording a podcast. Leave the puddle of water till later.
I'm
It's
spotted.
water. It'll dry. It's just please. I have the towel. Give me a minute. Oh my god, there's water everywhere.
Welcome back to the Misfits podcast, the podcast that
Go IFC closer if harder if 4HRT near go
we
X.
all laugh on as we spectate. Let's do this.
Right. Okay, go Toby. Go
Okay.
Toby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Misfits podcast. Today, we have Fitz,
Hello. Notorious. McCreamy.
Als je nu iets wil zeggen, zeg het in het Engels, dan kan ik het verstaan via die wijf.
There's water on my
Maar ik
pop
zie die
filter.
chat even niet meer.
Also joined by two special guests, Ryan P. Hello. And Samuel.
Hey, sup, boys?
Who are our managers, by the way, which is going to be very, very strange to know as we continue the podcast.
So today we're going to be telling the tales of our time in Europe when we all went and traveled around the beautiful nation. So who wants to pick this up? Who wants to start?
It's a Europe.
It is a continent. Fuck.
My favorite nation, Europe.
Dude, is that Nick Compton?
Europe is my nation. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, some of you may know what this is going to be about. We've been kind of hyping it up on various channels for a while as to what the Poland story is, and now we're finally going to get it down, and we're gonna tell the whole thing, and it's going to be, well, if you thought we were fucked up before, you're definitely going to think that we're fucked up now. So buckle up.
I think this is the story that defines how fucked up we are.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
No, I think the video of me on the balcony tops it.
Oh yeah, we can get into that.
Alright, we have a lot of fucked up stories, but okay, just for the record, this story mainly it doesn't involve me. I wasn't in Europe at the time, so I was at home, so I'm just kind of here to kind of ask questions, and I've heard the story before. Same with McCreamy, so we weren't present, and Toby, you were there, but you weren't really that present throughout the night of the story, or at least not that much.
Not of the second one. We'll go
but anyway,
through...
why don't you start it off with you guys as to why you were in Europe and you know what you were there for in the first place.
I'll take that. So Zuckles and I got flown out to Paris to play the new Far Cry game, and the Americans decided that they would come and join us after we had finished what we had to do in Paris. And we flew to, well, we actually trained to Rotterdam.
Subscribe and hit the bell link URL.
Yeah, we ended up meeting up in France, because me and, no, let me mute my phone. Me and Notorious, we flew down together to France, and the reason that we were coming, it was all for IEM. Katowice. Katowice. Okay. Yeah. So we were down for that. So while we were at it, everyone was like, oh, well, Toby and Mason, they're going to be in France either way. So we'll just meet up in France. We'll stay a couple nights in France, and then we can go to the Holland. We'll go to Holland, the Netherlands, and chill in Rotterdam. The Holland. That's right. The Holland, not the one or, yeah. So we were down in Holland. We stayed there. Got some good stories from there, too. And then eventually we went from Rotterdam to Germany.
That was the car ride.
Oh,
no, we need to explain this story. I feel like this is where it started.
What, the one to Berlin?
Yeah.
Oh.
What is that? That one's interesting. I can't believe we forgot about that.
Oh, no, yeah. We can detail our whole trip in Europe and lead up right to the Poland story, because that was near the end.
I feel like that's better, yeah. Alright, we'll just start where the fucked up shit starts happening, okay?
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you want to explain when it starts?
I'll start this story. No, this one was probably... no, this one's definitely more appropriate, my story.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
The one that got us lost.
God. So...
Yeah.
I wake up the morning of... yeah, okay. I wake up the morning of the day that we have to travel from Rotterdam to Berlin. So through the Netherlands and then across Germany. I wake up and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have some of these psychedelic truffles. Let's go ham.
Of course, yeah, because Swagger and I had done them the night before, and we had a good time. Like, we had a good night.
It was very
we didn't
nice.
take many.
Yeah,
and Ryan was like on the
microdosed.
fence, but he's like, oh, I'm not sure. And then the next morning, we're like, all right, Ryan, you got to do it. And he's like,
I was like,
all
alright.
right, boys.
So I just got up and just started munching them down.
Just to clarify again, by the way, Ryan is my manager, and
Ryan
are our manager.
All of our managers. He's all of our manager.
It became a boys' trip very quick.
Oh, dude.
We all had our work requirements, but Europe was pretty much like a holiday.
Yeah, in that defense, this wasn't work-related. It wasn't a work-related trip at this point. It was just a vacation.
Keep in mind, he ate the truffles before scheduling our train ride.
I hadn't even booked the train tickets at this point, so I ate the truffles as we're checking out of this hotel, the sex hotel that I booked, mind you.
Yeah.
And then,
That's a sick hotel.
And then as we're checking out, I'm on my phone booking the tickets. So I managed to book our train tickets. Everything's sorted. they send me the instructions and they're in German. I'm like, oh, well, fuck, what do I do with this? So we got to the train station. I went up and asked someone, and I'm like, hey, what's the go here? And at this point, like, the troubles had kicked in, and I hadn't had like a huge dose. I just had a little bit.
They kicked in when we were at Starbucks. When we were at the Starbucks in the train station, you were sitting
Oh,
there
really?
looking it on your laptop, and I was drinking the coffee and eating my muffin. And you go, hey, Swagger. You go, hey, Swagger. What does it say? I go, it says ticket from like Holland. It was like Rotterdam to Berlin, or like to some other part, like in Holland, to make the transition into the border. And I just read it out to you, and you go, yeah, that's what I thought it said. And I go, yeah, it's in English. And you go, you see like the letters, like it just don't mean anything. And I was like, okay, Ryan. I was drinking my coffee.
Felt red flag number one.
Yeah. So I just had this concerned look on his face. I'm like, why are you so concerned? Like, I'm fine. Like, I know what I mean by this.
You go, they're letters. They don't mean anything. And it was our
letters. What do they mean?
train ride. It was their fucking train ride.
He was so unconcerned the whole morning.
Oh,
I was
like
the
so
entire
mellow.
morning.
He
He
was
was
so
just having
mellowed
the
out.
biggest boogie. If you can imagine the dancing hot dog man.
Wait, the dancing hadn't started yet. The dancing hadn't started yet. So these truffles had kicked in, and like I didn't take enough because we didn't have enough on us. So Sam and another friend of ours, Peckett, who's also Sam, went from the train station. Like, our train's in half an hour at this point, by the way, too. And they go and try and find a store to buy them because they're legal in Amsterdam. So they disappear, and I'm just sort of sitting there with Swagger like, hey, what's this screen say? What's the words telling me? And Swagger's just so concerned. So then I walk over to the lady, and I didn't just walk over to the lady, I danced my entire way over to the information desk.
I'm just imagining the hot dog dance, like,
Yeah, it was the hot dog dance. It was the Snapchat
Really hot
dance
dog
the
man.
entire day. So then I go over and she's like, oh, look, your email says this. She basically translated it for me. She's like, go to this platform, get on this train. So we go, Sam and Peckett both get back. I take more truffles, and then we go upstairs, and we all gather together and get on the train. The first train ride was what, like 45 minutes, I think? And there was this
only very short.
Yeah, but there was this lady on the train, and she looked at us all as we walk into the train cabin, and she's like, "Oh, you know this is first class," and we're like, "Yeah, we know." Like,
We're meant to be.
and then she sort of gave us this look, and from then I was just like scared of her because I was like, "Oh no, this lady's gonna kill me." She was wearing like a very like, how do I explain it? It was just like a very Soviet hat.
Well dressed.
Yeah, I was just
fuck.
scared.
Oh, yikes.
It was like very much like 40-year-old European wealthy woman, and I was just like, this is scary. What do I do? Anyway, she started talking to me, and then midway through the conversation, I was like, oh, I'm really high on truffles right now, by the way. And she just pissed herself laughing. She thought it was the funniest thing. Then we have a conversation with her, and she's like, oh yeah, have a nice trip, guys. See you later. I'm getting off. This is my stop. And she goes, and as she's leaving, she's like, have a nice trip. And I turn to everyone, I'm like, what does she mean by that?
What does she mean by that?
I'm like, does she mean like the travel, or does she mean like have a nice trip on truffles? I was shocked. But anyway, so we get off, and then I'm dancing away. And at this point, I can see the concern on a couple of people's faces in the group.
We have to remember, like, half of us were on edibles, or, like, nearly all of us were on edibles, too, at the same time.
I was the only guy who was relatively sober.
Swagger was like, look, I'm traveling across Europe today. I'm making sure I'm staying sober. And then we get off this train, and I'm like, okay, the time doesn't match the platform on my phone. So I go up to the information desk, and they're like, yeah, your train's just delayed. Go to the platform and wait 15 minutes. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we all go down, and I come back, and Sam was like, oh, look, everyone's a little bit concerned that you're just really high. And I'm like, oh, I am really high. So I was like, look, everyone, I want you to know I'm like fried out of my mind right now. I still know what's going on, and I'm confident in what I'm doing. Like, it'll be fine. Don't worry. Nothing ever goes wrong.
Remember what he's saying right now, everyone.
Yeah.
Look, first should we explain what truffles are for people that don't know?
Psilocybin, psychoactive. It's magic mushrooms.
It's psychedelic.
It's pretty much a magic mushroom.
Go on.
So we walk down to the platform, and we're waiting there, and then a train rocks up, and I'm like, this is a bit of a small train. Oh, well, this will do. So we hop on, and it's supposed to be about 2.5 hours. So I show the tickets to the conductor, and he's like, staring at my phone a bit, and he's like, okay, get on. So we all get on. We sit down.
Granted, you had also gone to the information.
Yeah, no, so I did double check. Anyway, then we're sitting down on the train, and the conductor comes back about 20 minutes later, checks our tickets, and he was staring at my phone for a really long time. And I was sort of like, what's the go here? Like, am I just overthinking this because I'm high, or is he actually double-checking something? And then he just scanned our tickets and moved on, so he didn't even say anything to us.
This whole time, Zuckles and I were in a different train.
Yeah, so
different
our cabin, we couldn't find one. We walked like 3 or 4 carriages with, Swagger's got 2 huge suitcases with him. Struggling, and he's just so angry.
Oh, he looks like the grumpiest cunt as well. It's just like...
Swagger's so old and he's grumpy, it's hilarious.
Yeah. It's like ages 30 years.
Don't worry, we come back to grumpy Swagger right at the end of this, podcast.
Oh yeah.
Swing back around. Anyway, and he's just so angry, and I'm sort of like, I don't want to talk to him because he'll snap at me, so I just avoid him.
I wouldn't have.
Anyway, we get into a cabin, and then Zuckles and Toby are both in a completely different one because they're like, we can't be bothered walking in, well, we're just going to sit here. So,
And I was stressing out the whole time.
but the cabin that we found was pretty empty. There was like 5 other people in it, maybe, and there was a heap of spare seats. So we're messaging them like, yeah, there was 2 women, and then there was 2 dudes at the back, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're messaging them, telling them to come up, and they're like, no, we're not coming up. I'm like, alright. So 2 hours into the train journey, we're starting to get close to when we have to get off. And I'm looking at the screen on the train, and looking at my phone, I'm like, those times don't match at all. Like, I know we were delayed, but there's no way that these times match up. And I'm sort of just sitting there trying to figure it out for like another 15 minutes, and no one said anything, and then everyone starts messaging me, when are we getting off? Aren't we supposed to get off soon? And I start like getting very overwhelmed at this point. And Toby's downstairs like freaking out a little bit.
Toby,
like,
and I was having panic attacks this entire trip. This is very stressful.
Well, didn't you try some as well?
Yeah, but I had so little that I don't actually think it affected me.
But
Fair enough.
Yeah, so the 2 German girls that were sitting, the 2 hot German girls sitting in front of me.
Yeah, I was on Tinder.
Yeah. I stood up and I'm like, hi, and one of them just looks at me and she's like, hi. I'm like, do you guys speak English? And they're like, yeah, why? And I'm like, what does this say? And they're like, yeah, we speak English, but this is in German. I'm like, yeah, but tell me what I need to do. I'm like, I'm really high right now, help me. And they're like,
I'm looking at him with my headphones on, him talking to these women. I'm looking at their faces.
It was so funny because Swagger was like sitting across from me and he was just watching me the entire time. He was
staring shit.
Yeah, he just had his laptop on the desk and he would look up from his laptop all the time and just look at me and just start laughing. And I'd look back at him and just be like, what's going on? Like, Swagger, help me.
I was on Tinder sending winking lizards to every single match.
Yeah, that's right. You asked the German girls about the winking lizard too, didn't you?
Yeah, you're trying to figure out the train instructions in the middle of all this.
Swagger's
just interrupting us like, hey, what do you think about the winking lizard emojis?
Yeah.
It's just this little gif of a wizard linking that he uses
wizard
over
linking?
on Tinder.
A wizard wink. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Good work, everyone.
Fuck the damn lizard.
We had
Carry
this
on with your
trouble
story.
in Europe as well. We kept calling it the linking wizard. Yeah, so anyway, then these girls look at my phone and they're like, Duisburg? I'm like, yeah, that's where we're trying to go. And they're like, no, you're going to middle of nowhere, Holland. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? They're like, you're on the wrong train. I'm like, oh, no. And as this is happening, there's like 3 people in the group chat going, when do we get off? Toby's freaking out. Mason starts freaking out. And it was just
I hear this too. I hear we're on the wrong train, and I just throw my
Swagger was the only one that knew. It was just me and Swagger that knew.
I throw my head back and I just shake my head, and I'm like, okay, well,
That's not true.
well, I go as long as
At
we're
this point,
as long as we're in Germany, by the end of the night, and I'm asleep in Berlin, I'm okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen one way or another. We'll work through it. We'll figure something out.
Sam starts like getting an idea that something's wrong, so he starts like peeking
I've
around.
been paying attention the entire time. I was sitting there high as a kite on truffles, just having the biggest laugh.
And I
it just got us lost on truffles.
And
we're in the middle of fucking Holland.
I'll just get him to shut up for now so I can concentrate on what we need to do next. So I'm like, no, our stop's a while away, don't worry. So,
Lies.
then we think it's a good idea. We're like, let's probably just... No, there was a dude at the back of the train, and he's just heard this entire thing, and he comes up with his laptop, and he's like, look, this is what you need to do. Get off this train, catch one back to where you just came from. So 2.5 hours back where we were, and then go to Duisburg, and you can get your tickets, like, half refunded, whatever. and then go from Duisburg to Berlin. And we're all looking. It's like a stretch limo, and I didn't realize how difficult of a task it would have been to find a limo until we get to the next train station. I'm like, everyone, let's just get off. We get off. We try to pee for like 10 minutes. That was such an ordeal. And then, then we leave the train station, go upstairs, and there's just nothing. Like there's the Autobahn, which is like just a huge highway. There's like 3 or 4 houses, and there's the train station, and that's all you can see.
In the middle of nowhere. Like, it was a very small station.
Middle of nowhere.
Like,
It was funny because after we got off the train, and everyone was like, "Okay, so where's our next train thing?" Then you had to break the news, like,
Ryan just goes, "Oh, we're on the wrong train, by the way," and then keeps walking.
I'm like, I didn't have a worry in the world. I had no worry in the world. I was just like, don't worry, guys, I got this. But my theory always is that if I fuck something up, I always have a solution ready. Like, there's always a solution to any problem. Is like my theory in life in general. But when it comes to like my work and being a manager, that's the same thing. It's like, yeah, look, something goes wrong, but there's always a solution. So
we very much roll with the punches.
Yeah. So we're in the absolute middle of nowhere, and we walk up, and there's 2 taxis there. One sitting there is like an old Mercedes car, and then there's a 7-seater van. And there's 7 of us. There's 7 of us. And I was like, this kind of shit only happens to me when I'm like in absolute like shit trouble. Like nothing's gonna happen. So I go up to her and I'm like, hey, can you take us to Duisburg? And he's like, yeah, that's okay. I'll take you to Duisburg. It's like probably an hour and a half's drive. Everyone's inside still at this point. They're ordering food. So I tell the driver the story, like, hey, we called the wrong train. We're trying to go to Berlin, but we need to go to Duisburg to catch our next train. And he's like, yeah, no problems. He's like, so go in, grab their bags. So he came in as well and helped everyone load their bags into the car. And then we sit down and he's like, what if I just drive you the whole way to Berlin? And I'm like, oh, that's not a bad idea. I'm like, let me Google how much the rebooking the train tickets are going to cost me. And I was like, and then tell me how much the taxi ride will be. So the train tickets were about €850 for all of us again. And the dude quoted me €1,050 to just drive us the whole way to Berlin. So I turn around and I'm like, what's everyone's opinion on just staying here? And everyone was fine with it. Everyone's like, we just want Wi-Fi. So I just turned my phone hotspot on and like, we had Wi-Fi. So we just decided that this taxi driver is going to drive us 8 hours across Germany to Berlin.
We're just tripping absolute dick in this random man's van.
And it's funny because we still had space cakes and truffles.
Wait, Swagger. So we're sitting there, and as we're like deciding, okay, yeah, we're going to sit in this guy's car for 8 hours, he goes, by the way, you guys don't have any drug on you, do you? and we're all just laugh, and I said, well, and then everyone was like, no, group meeting.
I was like,
excuse me, everyone.
Group meeting. I'm just imagining you guys all huddling around in a football circle, like,
there was 6 of us. There was 6 of us in the back, so it was a row of 3 and the row of 3, and we all legitimately like huddled in. Everyone in the back like stood up and leant over. It's like, what do we tell? What's the go? And Sam goes, what the fuck do we do? And I'm like, don't worry, I got this. And I'm like, excuse me, Mr. Driver, like leaning back all like nonchalant chill. I'm like, can we find a bin, please? And he's like, a bin? What do you mean a bin? I'm like, a trash can. And he's like, oh.
Yeah, preferably before the border as well.
We had a bag like full of space cakes still. Like,
we had 4 space cakes still.
No, we had 5. We had 5.
There's 5 space cakes and a pack of truffles.
And a pack of truffles. So we then find a petrol station. Gas station, and he pulls over and like we just get a heap of snacks. I spent like €100 on snacks.
You got a lot of food.
Then we all like had half a space cake each. I had a whole one.
I ate half.
I had 2.
We're all huddled by the bin. We're like, we're just gonna throw these out. So we just scoffed them. We would have sat there munching.
Because we were gonna be in a car for 6 hours anyways. We're gonna be in a car for 6 hours anyway. So why not just eat? Why not just eat them? So I had half.
One of them rolled out of the bag. I like looked down at my feet and I saw one. I was like, oh fuck! I picked it up. I'm like, Ryan! You turn around, you're like, what? And I just hold it up. You're like, oh, your eyes just got like really wide.
Was this in the car?
We almost made it.
Yeah. No,
I stayed in the van when they were getting snacks.
This was at the petrol station. He found the spare one.
We end up getting back in the car.
Yeah, we all get back in the car with our snacks and like we were just tripping dick for ages because we're all so.
I didn't know they did this either. I was in the gas station just getting drinks and snacks, and I had no idea that they were all out there munching down space cakes. And then I got in the van and just sat in the front. So the entire trip, I didn't even know they were high until like halfway through the trip.
You didn't know we were high when found out.
I didn't care.
You didn't know we were high.
We were high the whole trip anyway. Jimmy was used to it.
What did the driver say when he found out?
Oh, so we told him like no, he did. We told him like an hour later, and then because we told him, we told him, and he's like, oh, that's so funny. He's like, as long as you don't have any on you. He's like, because I got pulled over once driving through Germany, and he said because I've got Netherlands plates, they will pull me over. He said I got pulled over once, and there was a girl that I was with, and she had ecstasy pills on her, and he said that they didn't search the van much, but they searched her, and she had it in between her fingers like the whole time. And he was just saying that, like, how brutal the German police are about that sort of stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, thank God we got rid of it all, like finally.
But we actually did.
Yeah, so then about 2 hours, 2 hours from Berlin, we stopped at another petrol station, and we had a little bit of truffles still, and I was like, okay, Peckett, throw them out. Like, that dude just told us the story about the ecstasy and the girl, like, get rid of them. So we left them in a Pringles can on the side of the road. And then
that's gonna have a great time.
Then get back in the car and start driving the rest of the way to Berlin. It turns out when we were in Poland 3 days later, Peckett reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out a whole nother like big serving of truffles,
sealed, massive thing of truffles, like
accidentally left in his pocket from that same day.
We didn't get stopped, so it was fine.
No, it was fine.
From my point of view, in that ride for like the 6-7 hours it took, it was like I had my headphones on, and then my headphones died, and then I was looking around. I see Einat fucking passed out. His head on the side. Mason is like the highest I've ever seen him, but he's just like mumbling like a baby and moving his hands around. And I have videos of him still on my phone of him just fucking blasted. His eyes
Subscribe
were
and hit the
demons,
bell link
out of his
URL.
mind. And,
listening to his Nightcore remix.
And I was pretty fried. I was pretty fried at that point. So I figured, like, what can I do to pass the time? So my phone's almost dead. My headphones are dead. So we did a podcast in the car. I was just chatting shit with Zuckles like it was a podcast format, and we were just talking. We talked for like half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I think
the funny thing is you guys were killing it too.
Oh, it was so good.
It was on the
so
podcast.
good.
It was very like impressive. How good it
But you
actually
didn't record it, did you? You just did it.
I don't remember any of this at all.
It was because you were asleep.
Dude, literally, I looked at the GPS. It said 400 miles. I closed my eyes, opened it. It said 100 miles. Closed my eyes, opened it, and we were there. Like, it was great. Time travel's amazing.
I had that same thing as well.
Mind you, we were also on the Autobahn, which was going so
we're
quick.
going.
This man was flying.
Yeah, we're going 150 kilometers an hour, like most of the way.
Wait,
Yeah, so we're
what?
going 150 kilometers an hour the entire way, and like I would stare. So I was on the left, like right behind the driver, and I would stare out the car, and would be going so fast. I'd just turn to Peckett and be like, "Ground me, talk to me." And he'd be like, "Why?" And I'd be like, "I'm getting lost in my own head, and I'm freaking out because we're going so fast. Please talk to me." And
I was seeing light trails the entire time.
I was getting that as well. It was like Tron. The cars were going past us. The light like would trail.
Tracers. Trails behind him.
All right, well let's skip ahead because this isn't even the craziest part of the story, guys.
No.
That's
pretty much
this is just the introduction.
That was getting to Germany. Then we did another car ride from Germany to Poland. I
met up with
the
another
following
friend of
day.
mine. He drove us. Yeah, he drove us the rest of the way. And it was like, I think that one was about 6 hours.
Yeah, you opened up the fucking door as we were on the Autobahn to throw out like a bottle.
We crossed the German border, and the second we crossed the German border, the road just turns terrible. And like it just starts, it's bumpy for like an hour straight, and we're all just like, this is hell. And then I had a heap of rubbish, and we had a van, so I opened the sliding door and threw some rubbish out, then closed the door, and realized that one of my shoes was sitting in the well of the door, and it could have just fallen out of the car. And like these are pretty pricey shoes. They're Nike Air Maxes, so I think they cost me like a fair chunk of money. Off-white Nike Air Max. I think they're about $1,000. So if I'd lost the shoe, it would have been a $500 shoe that fallen out of the car in the middle of Poland.
The Autobahn.
Jesus.
Yeah, so we ended up getting to Poland. We checked into our hotel, we went to sleep, and then woke up the next morning, did some shit, and then decided to go to a bar. It was this gaming bar that Peckett wanted us to go to, right?
Yeah, his team was boot camping there. They had computer setups at the back, so his team had been training. So Peckett just knew everyone there, so we rocked up and we were instantly like royalty.
I think it was
feeding us alcohol.
Yeah, it was me, Peckett, I think Sam, Toby, Mason. So it was all of us there. Oh yeah, and Ryan too. But I think you guys
I was
arrived
the
at
only
different
guy
times.
up in the hotel room, like editing on my laptop.
Yeah. But dude, we went to this bar. Like we walk in, and I had my helmet on too. I came with my helmet. So like,
because it was a gaming bar and it was it was like sort of related to the event that was I am saying.
And I didn't want people noticing.
Wear the helmet. Yeah.
So we went out and I had the helmet, and dude, we got the shots immediately. I think it was whiskey, and I couldn't drink it because I had the helmet on. So I asked for a straw. So I had to take my shots with straws. it was fucking delicious. But like the night progresses, we start getting smacked. We go into the back room where I can take my helmet off, and there's more privacy. I think they had Fortnite up on some computers, Guitar Hero.
Mason started playing.
I squatted up with a bunch of
It's going to be funny now.
I had no idea what that was saying. And I was just like going, and they knew what I was saying. And it was just
Ryan and I got there late, and Mason was already plastered by the time we got
Oh my god. Dude, pool was fun. Playing pool was fun in the pool room.
Dude, I was a god. I shit
you were
on
pretty
all
good.
of your pool, dude. Because I just play against hot.
But dude, we were just drinking, we were fucking drinking, and we were like, I got just like, I was the most drunk I've ever been in my life at that bar, because I had.
You got to the point where you came up to me and you said, you're like, John, I've never been this drunk before. I need to stop now.
Yeah, I had that thought. I was like, because like the way I always measured it was you take shots at parties or you drink beers at parties, but usually it's shots. So you take a shot, you feel yourself get a little bit more drunk. Like 2 minutes later, you take another shot and feel it. And when you get to the point where you take a shot and you don't feel yourself get any more drunk, that's when I would stop. I didn't stop. I didn't stop when I was at Poland. So like I had 3 shots over the limit of I don't feel it anymore, and then it just all hit me.
Polish are big drinkers.
Oh, dude, and I was just like, okay, I need to stop because I can barely walk. I've never been this drunk, and I had to go to the bathroom, and Ryan was there, and he had to go to the bathroom too, I guess. So I go in, I take a piss, and I'm just stumbling around. Dude, my dick is in my hand, and I'm spraying it like all over the urinal. It's going on the floor, and I'm just like, I don't care.
After like a couple, after 30 seconds, so I just leave. And I leave Swagger in there, and I come back in like a few minutes later because I'm like, we shouldn't be in there for that long. And
I
he's
was
still
in there
at the
for so
urinal.
long.
Dude, I was standing at the urinal.
I was pissing for a solid minute, and then like I was just looking at my dick and being like, oh, that's cool. Dicks are cool. And then I zipped up, and I'm like, and I'm about to walk out, and Ryan's like, hey, you didn't wash your hands. That's gross. And I was like, I don't want to wash my hands. I was like, I didn't even touch my dick. In reality, I touched my dick, and I kind of pissed all over him too. So he was like, no, man, go wash your hands. I was like, all right. And I was just stumbling around the bathroom. Me and him were the only people in this bathroom. Stumbling around, I go to the sink, fucking like I wash my hands, and they're still wet, and I want to I'm so drunk, I want to lay my head on something because I had the spins. Smack my head on the sink, like on the faucet, right on my fucking head, and so like I feel the pain, and I jolt back up and kind of stumble around, and he goes, well, you gotta dry your hands, so just dry your hands in the hand dryer. And I'm like, how do I work this? I've never seen a hand dryer.
Ryan doesn't react to you hitting your head on the sink.
I didn't know
until
looking.
Now. He wasn't looking. I'm not surprised you didn't hear the fucking whack. But yeah, he was like, just dry your hands. So I go over into this fucking hand dryer. It was this weird looking fucking hand dryer. I've never seen one like it before. Because usually it's like you push the button and it comes out one hole. This one was you had to put your hands like in 2 holes, and then like air would go all the way around your hands. So I was perplexed by this, and I didn't know how to work it. So he's holding both of my arms. And,
He's standing there, and you couldn't even get your hands into it, though. That was the difficult part.
I couldn't. I honestly couldn't. I had no hand-eye coordination, so you had to grab both of my arms from behind and put them in to the hand dryer and make the motion, have them go in and out. And then by that point, I was like, they're dry, and then we left. Then I ended up going back to the pool room, and I sat down and just slumped over and stayed there for until we had to leave.
Yeah. I put you in a beanbag, remember, and you fell asleep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did fall asleep on the beanbag.
Yeah, and then it got to the point where Zuckles was so plastered, but he didn't want to leave. And I was like, alright, I know that Swagger wants to go. I know that he's just gone and he's done. So I said, I'm just going to take Zuckles and Swagger home, and because they need to be home. Zuckles was completely fucked.
Oh, dude, he was gone.
He's the kind of person that when he's really drunk and you say, dude, you shouldn't have any more, he's like, I'm not even that drunk.
Typical Australian guy.
Yeah. So we got a taxi and it's me completely sober and Swagger and Zuckles who were just plastered. So I get in the front and it's this Polish dude who doesn't speak. He spoke all right English, but you know. And then Swagger and Zuckles in the back, and we started driving, and Zuckles just starts talking about the Holocaust and Hitler and like killing Jews with this Polish driver, which bearing in mind, about a month before we got there was a law put in that said talking about that stuff was illegal. And then
he was laughing about it. He's like,
yeah,
the Jews got incinerated here.
He's laughing about it. It was so crazy.
I was laughing because I was laughing at John's expense. And because he was talking to the driver like, oh, I'm sorry, he's just really drunk. And we're not from here. I'm really sorry. And I'm laughing at that more than I am laughing at
John, you're
Mason.
sober at this point? You're completely sober?
I was completely sober.
So what's running through your mind as Mason's saying this? Like, do you want to die inside?
Oh, I'm just like super like uncomfortable. But I just kept talking to the driver. It's like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, he's really drunk, and stuff like that. And then it was just, it was super uncomfortable, and I was like trying to get Mason to stop. But then, we get to the hotel. I tipped the guy like way too much because he deserved it. And then Swagger and I get out of the taxi and we're like, Mason, we gotta go.
He can't move.
No. Yeah. And Mason fucking opens the door and just falls out. And we're like, Mason, you gotta get up, and he can't stand up. So we had to get him.
We had to grab him. We had to. One shoulder over
my
me,
shoulder, and then over drunk Swagger's shoulder as well, who also couldn't walk that well. And we were just dragging him like he wasn't taking steps.
Laughing the whole
dragging
time.
him by his shoulders into the hotel room. And then we got to the lift, the elevator, and he just collapsed in the corner.
Collapsed immediately in the fucking corner.
We get to the floor of Swagger and Zuckles' room, and he doesn't move. So I grabbed him by the legs and dragged him on his back down the hallway.
There's just video. You dragged him into the middle, and then I started recording because I thought it was hilarious. They had the door open, and he was just there going, "Oh, I'm fucked, cunt. I'm fucked, cunt."
I saw that on Snapchat, and I decided to come up.
I just go,
what the hell's going on up there?
I say, just drag him, dude, just drag him. And he's like, drag me. And they're like, and you go, Mason, I'm not going to drag you. Get up, I'm not going to drag you. And he goes, just drag me.
It always sounds like he's crying when he's really drunk.
And John just goes over, picks him up, and just starts dragging him. And I have the whole thing on recording, and he's just laughing, and he fucking smacks his head on the door as he comes in.
Oh my god.
And then we get him into the bathroom because he's at the point of throwing up. And Zuckles only throws, if Zuckles says he's not going to throw up, he's not going to throw up. And I've never been with him when he said, I'm going to throw up. This time he was like, I think I'm going to throw up. And I was like, fuck, this is serious. It's just like, we put him in the bathroom, and I was like trying to hold him up over the toilet bowl, and he just kept like falling into the corner in between the toilet and the wall. And I had to keep picking him up by the collar of his shirt and like holding him up so he could throw up. And then he like started crying.
No, dude, he's
Swagger was
throwing up.
There filming
I
him
was
and
filming
laughing
and pointing and laughing at him. So his face is in this toilet. He's going, he's throwing up, and then he just goes, I wanna die. I wanna die. And I'm just laughing,
and fucking pointing. It was
That was
hilarious.
the time when I broke up with my girlfriend, so I was pretty fucking pissed.
Oh yeah, he was sad.
Yeah, I was sad. I was doing drugs to keep the pain away. Don't do that.
Don't say that.
Don't do that.
It's just the funniest thing ever. I just walk into the hotel room. I hear Zuck. I look to my right and I see him throwing up in the bathroom. And then I look ahead of me. I just see Swagger stand there. And he's just like, bitch in the bathroom, bitch in the bathroom.
Yeah, I go, bitch in the bathroom, bitch in the bathroom. I go, yo, watch this, and I just do the swan dive on the fucking bed.
Swagger will bully me when I'm intoxicated.
It's the
best. He will bully me. He will literally pick on me. He will literally make me feel sad.
It's because you're
There's
such a
vlog
spectacle.
footage out there of him just laughing at Einut wasted on the floor anyway. So I mean, it's a common thing.
Swagger at this point, like, I was looking after Mason because he was throwing up, but Swagger was in no, like, he was in no, like, what's the word?
Condition?
He was in no condition yet to be alone either. So
Oh,
like,
no, I was pretty
Swagger
fun.
was completely gone too, and I was looking after Zuckles, and I realized, like, Swagger was just kind of like swaying, and he kept asking where we
Matteo
were.
naar deze party birthday lama.
It got to a point where I just like, alright, Swagger, you're gonna go to bed, and I'll look after Mason.
And I was like,
then,
okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that's my bed, right? He's like, yeah, that one. I was like, alright, got in bed, and I fucking knocked out.
Alright.
Yeah.
So did anything else happen on this night?
No,
Can I interject with the fact that the way that Ryan and I got home is we got in a man's
Yeah.
BMW and he was drifting home.
What about the
really
Uber
fast?
What do you mean? Wait, hang on. What do you mean you got in the random guy's
So,
BMW?
two
someone
friends
we
were
knew
with,
there.
Peckett and our other friend, they had ordered an Uber. And the Uber driver, they got in, and me and Sam are still in the bar. So we're on our way out, and as we get out, the Uber drives off. And we're like, what the hell? How do we get home now? Because our phones went
He
flat.
kicked them out. He was like, get out. And they're like, why? We haven't done anything wrong. He's like, get out. They just like come out like, the fuck? What are we gonna do? How are we getting home? That's one of the girls that we were with. She's like, oh, don't worry. Like, one of my friends will drive you.
Very good driver.
Nice
Very good driver. Very good.
And we get in, we're all plastered.
It's snowing, by the way.
Like,
Like, the roads are all white because it snowed so hard.
And Ron's like egging him on, like, yeah, hoon, mate, like, go fast. And we're all just shit-faced in the back, like, getting all our bellies shooken up and, like, about to vomit and shit. And he's just sliding around every corner he can. Like, and we're like,
on the highway, we got up to, like, 160 or something, and I'm just sitting there like, this is so much fun.
Jesus.
And
That's
then
pretty much the end of that
then
night.
the side streets of Poland, he kept sliding around everywhere, and everyone's freaking out. I was having the best time.
Okay, so
Ik ga even snel pissen, gek hoor, dit moet zo nodig.
Yo. FF piss emoji tongue. Yeah. AKA Paga.
ik weer. Oké, even snel die buttelaam openmaken. Nee, geen paga.
Okay, I just want to interject here that this isn't even as crazy as it gets, everybody. It gets
No,
even
the
fucking
next-
crazier.
the next
This is
day.
still just an introduction.
Here. So we wake up the next day. I am Katowice. We go there. We do our shit. Whatever. It was okay. And then.
Oh wait, don't forget about when we're in the back room with Zuckles and the guy sitting there in the corner.
Wait, I need to set the scene. So this is a very professional
Even snel die podcast op pauze zetten.
section of I am Katowice. So like all their major.
Oké. We hebben al 40 minuten daarvan geluisterd. Fucking beest. Let's see, boy. Are you there?
Lego.
Yeah, boy. Okay, let's see. Wat ik wil. Of zo'n die Neon Rocket Launcher Schematic, ik ben even die naam vergeten. Of een gouden Survivor. Fingers crossed. Shit. Fuck.
Subscribe and hit that bell wink URL.
Oh wow. Well, nothing I wanted.
Kanja op Meejnax gone.
Ik ga even naar die heroes kijken. Ga ik toch niks mee doen. Deze helemaal niet. Stop dit. Oké. Defenders. Snel kijken nog wat. Oh, die ding is al weg. Godverdomme. Ik ga op jouw account. Ik zag je als ik live ben via app.